No, I wish I did.
Julia.
Hey, we're live. Let's go. We're live.
Let's go.
Put on.
Guys.
Tell them we're live.
Hello and welcome to this presentation of Wilson Live. We got the boys Varsity versus Cardozo. Sorry for those technical difficulties. There was an error with like the networking services that Amazon provides. That won't happen again, but you can watch the replay in full on YouTube. So check that out if you wanted to watch the beginning. We've actually had an entertaining start besides like the score. But so we'll keep you updated. We'll try to bring our best to you. Thank you for your patience. And this is Gabriel Vani.
This is Ameritel Ferrobrun.
And we're gonna commentate the rest of this game for you.
Wilson's ball. Eric Morgan taking the ball out. Oh!
Great little tip and pass,
Pass and tip.
Yeah, pass to tip. Tip in by Darren Buchanan Jr. So Wilson here playing a lot of press, some zone to try to trap some of these Cardozo players. And despite the score, Cardozo's actually had a lot of production, unlike many other DCIA teams. And they've been fun to watch. They've had some great individual play from number 4. So we're going to keep an eye on that.
I'm using my friend's charger. Why are you looking at me like that?
Here we go, Darren Buchanan for the slam. Boom! Boom! Gonna be a foul there on, looks like number 3, Jay Young II. Good rebound there by Darren Buchanan Jr.
Eric Morgan shoots. Ooh. Phillips gets the rebound.
Great play
Scores.
there.
He gets fouled.
Great play there by Philip Carter to get the N1 and finish through contact.
Sub for Eric Morgan for Danique Harper.
3-pointer there by Darren Buchanan Jr. is no good. Good rebound there by number 4 from Cardozo, who's had a great night so far. Lots of good individual play. And that's going to be a foul there. Let's see who they call it on. Looks like it's going to be a shooting foul there. Looks like that foul is going to be on number 2, Darren Buchanan Jr.
12 when Cardozo makes his shot.
Good pass
Jimmy
there by
Carper
Darren
shoots.
Buchanan Jr.
Cardozo gets the rebound. Out on Cardozo.
Mosiah Brown brings the ball up the floor. Passes to Jay Young.
He passes to Jimmy Carper back to Jay Young. Jimmy Carper shoots. Jimmy with the rebound. And one.
Great and one play there by Jay Young. Way to finish the contact. And he's going to go to the line. He's had a big night so far. Good rebound there by Philip Carter. Or,
Another
excuse
rebound.
me, Mosiah Brown. Cardozo here with a chance to break, get some points.
Score is 42-21 with 2 minutes and 47 seconds left. Sub for Wilson. Out Jalen and Dylan.
So Wilson got off to a fast start here, but otherwise it's been a pretty even game. Looks like there's some controversy here over the number of fouls. But no, we'll see.
I don't see no blue.
So apparently there's some controversy about who was starting and who wasn't and if they're allowed to play. Yeah. Okay. Apparently the number was not written down correctly.
In the books.
And so they're trying to figure out who should be on the court and what number they were because the check-in process was not done correctly. Well, I mean, this could benefit Cardozo. Actually, we're going to get the... Excuse me for one moment. We'll get back. So apparently the numbers were written down incorrectly, but the player's name was still in the book, so he is eligible to play. Wilson coach believes otherwise, but the refs say play on, and everyone's good to play. .45-21 here, Wilson over Cardozo. Cardozo with an 0-15 record according to Max Preps. Good score there by Cardozo to keep it somewhat close. It's 45-23 with about a minute 40 left in the second quarter. Pretty high scoring game here. You know, this could get to 90 points or so, which is pretty high scoring for a high school game.
They shoot.
Good corner shot there
Makes it.
by Messiah Brown.
Wilson gets the rebound. Nasir shoots and he scores.
Good play there by Nasir to be an outlet right after the turnover. Dan Buchanan going in. Gets fouled and can't convert the N1. He'll go to the line for two.
June makes his first free throw shot. And he makes the second one.
It's going to be a foul on number 0, Eric Morgan Jr. Good rebound there by Wilson.
Ooh.
Darren Buchanan Jr. with the missed dunk. going to be Cardozo's 2 points. So Cardozo here down by 27.
With 13 seconds left. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And that's halftime. It's going to be 52-25, Wilson versus Cardozo. Wilson with the lead here going into halftime. We'll be back for the start of the second half.
And don't forget to subscribe to Wilson Live.
Thank you. Welcome back here to the second half. Wilson versus Cardozo varsity basketball. Wilson's up 52-25 at the start of the third quarter here.
Wilson sets up in their 2-3 zone, causes a turnover. Oh, he gave up a wide open 3 to make a beautiful pass, and a great finish right there by Messiah Brown. Fast break for Wilson. And a Euro and a little bit of contact, but no foul call right there. As the score, they're up. Wilson is now up 31 points. That means all the starters in the game have to come out, and the clock will now run. And he missed the first one. Now with the second free throw, it's off. Wilson sets up in there, 3 out, 2 in offense.
Yeah, this Wilson offense is really dangerous, all over the place. So it's key that you have to almost like man mark them, because if you give them that open jump shot, they'll make you pay for it. And we saw that in the very high scoring first half, as number 11 steps up to the line here. They're also really good at drawing in contact and getting some fouls. So if they happen to get a referee who's a little looser with the whistle, then that could be a problem for them heading into like bigger games in the playoffs.
Yep. Phillips had a great game so far in his last home game as being one of the 2 seniors tonight. Those are some things as for Cardozo that you just like, you can't give up on a offensive rebound like that off a free throw. Those are the one of the things that like just is the reason why Wilson is leading this game right now. Cardozo's on a 2-3, so Wilson's going to try to attack that center through Darren and inside. Good rebound right there, and he draws the foul. That's already 2 fouls on
Damn, your phone
Cardozo.
blowing up.
And Cardozo needs a timeout right now to see how they can get back in this game, while Wilson has the clear advantage.
Yeah, even if they don't come back to win, at least to try and make it a good game. So, getting it back to under 20, stopping that clock, and just playing some good basketball here. Wilson's a good team, and during the DCIA championship, we might see another potential rematch between Cardozo and
Mute.
and Wilson. So.
Mute.
Welcome back after that 60-second timeout for Cardozo. Inbound here for Wilson. Right under the basket, a great play, and a great
Great,
now.
yeah, great defense right there by Cardozo to not give anything easy inside the paint.
Yep, Cardozo doing a good job turning some defense into some offense. You'd like to see that be maybe a 2-point shot, a little bit easier down towards the hole, but overall it wasn't a bad shot, and they're going to need that if they want to get back in the game.
Another great defense right there by Cardozo.
Yeah. And Cardozo's been playing well all night. It's just, Wilson is one of those elite teams, and so, that happens where, you play well and the game's just unlucky for you.
Knocks down another three.
Late switch there by number 23 on Cardozo to get over to his man. That's a dangerous playing zone. You're going to leave open pockets.
It's Cosby. Wide open three. Oh, and just in and out.
Yeah. Wilson's going to be hard to beat in the DCIA championship game. Their presence down low is big, and they have a very deep squad. So they're going to be dangerous, and they're going to be exciting to watch in states when they have to play some of the schools like St. John's. So it's going to be exciting to watch.
Yeah, because currently, right now, according to Max Preps, they're ranked number 2 in the city, and we'll see how that pans out to see how they compete against other teams. Even though they don't have a better record than the teams like Roosevelt, they have a harder schedule, so that helps them be higher ranked than them. Because they lost to Roosevelt earlier this year. So it'll be interesting to see when they play them again, or if they play them, find a way to play them again in the playoffs of the DCIA, how they match up against them, and if they can play better than they did that game and come out with a win. And both of those teams are very similar because they like to press and get out in transition and score. That's what Roosevelt, a lot of their offense is all based off pressure and scoring through that. And so if Wilson, to beat Roosevelt, they can't turn the ball over, and they can't they can't let Roosevelt force them out of their offense, and they have to control the tempo of the game.
Yeah, also, I feel like it's important for Wilson to just stick to the game plan, and they can't overlook any opponent, because if they do that, and they start to drop some points, then it's going to be hard for them to come back, because they might not always get fortunate and be able to come back. So it's important that they keep up these good starts, getting out to like early 10-point leads, for example, and just really keeping the pressure on teams, going downhill, making them foul, and putting them in some trouble.
Yeah, getting to the line and then making their free throws to really get the easy points through that, which sometimes they've been good at and consistent, but sometimes they've been really not as good and missed some of their free throws.
So it was a good quarter. 64-32 Wilson. return here for the fourth quarter. Wilson versus Cardozo, 64-32. Wilson. We actually have a special presentation for you next Wednesday. We have Wilson versus Coolidge, a highly anticipated matchup. It's going to be in Coolidge, so this is kind of a first for us, doing something on the road. Usually we cover all the Wilson home games, but this is going to be a very good matchup, and we're all really excited to watch it. So please join us, and if you need a reminder, please subscribe to Wilson Live and click the little bell button to get reminded.
You can also follow us on Instagram to be notified the time we're live at Wilson_live.
So Wilson, big lead, kind of just expect them to run out this clock a little bit. You know, keep doing their normal offense, but nothing really too special. The clock does run though, so this is going to be a straight 8 minutes unless there are any timeouts.
Or stoppage of play, like a technical foul. Technical foul or refs talking something over.
So not quite sure what the conversation there is about, but Wilson with a quick turnover, and they go straight to the hole, and it gets tapped in by Darren Buchanan Jr.
Both teams are slowing the game down a little bit. Not as much pressure for Wilson, and Cardozo's just practicing their half-court sets and not trying to play too fast. Gotta go somehow. Oh, great finish right there to go right through the defense and go low, and then be able to still get the ball high enough to go to finish the layup. Cardozo in the 2-3 zone. Pick and roll.
Screen by Wilson. Let's see if they can get the open shot now. They got the rolling man. There we go. That's 3. Oh, and it barely rims out.
Eric is not as shot as well as he does in other games. He's been a little cold. He's only made 1 3 tonight, unlike other games where he's really light the game up and knocked down a lot of those.
First free throw is no good. Cardozo here is going to make a quick substitution. Only 5 minutes left in this game. Once again, it's going to be a running clock, so it's going to be a true 5 minutes. But another good performance by Wilson nonetheless.
Moving to 20-3 on the season. And with the last home game of the season, pretty good turnout. Oh, great floater right there to be able to finish.
Yeah, good play there by Cardozo. Open 3. It's no good.
And
another open 3. Once again, that's no good.
Oh, another deep one. It's a miss.
Honestly, kind of surprised that wasn't a foul there.
Wilson's offense is definitely slowed down in the second half. They had like 50 points in the first half, and now only at 67. I mean, it's not all like it's not. It's also we got to take into account that the clock is running, so less time, but um, definitely not as great of a showing as they did played in the first half. And also their defense has kicked in by not allowing Cardozo to score and really get back in this game, even though the game's kind of over now.
Travel there by Wilson. It's going to give the ball back to Cardozo with just over 3 minutes to go.
Minutes left in this game.
Good play there by Cardozo to get the 2 points there. Wasn't me. It was Nathan.
Checking in for Wilson will be.
What are you talking about? So the last 2 minutes here.
Checking in for Wilson will be number 23, Will Hurst, a sophomore guard, 5'10", and number 24, Zamar Breeze, a sophomore guard, 6'1". Wide open three for Wilson. It's off. Again, that's one of not the greatest part of Darren's game right now is his outside shooting. He's knocked down 1 3, but he's not the most consistent shooting out there.
Yeah, I actually like the way that this Cardozo team plays. They are a little slow when they switch on their zone defense, but that can come with practice and playing against good competition. They can definitely get used to that. But offensively they got a good game. They drive hard to the basket, and then when they pull you into the basket, they'll kick it out wide. And they got some decent shooters. They're just your average Joe team, but that's just not gonna fly against teams like Wilson. The elite teams.
And I think Wilson really could have expanded this lead even more if they knocked out more of their shots. They got a lot of open looks for three. They just didn't fall today. This lead could be more, and Cardozo's 2-3 zone definitely gave a lot because gave up a lot of open looks outside because they couldn't. Wilson is clearly a bigger team like in size, so they have to pack it in to not allow Wilson to go one-on-one because they'll have the clear advantage in size.
Wilson's just gonna hold it out there.
And they're gonna win the game, improving to 20-3 on the season. This will be the last game at home for the 2019-2020 season, and this will be the last game ever for Philip Carter and Jay Young, last home game ever.
And just remember that next week we have a special presentation, varsity game at Roosevelt. Time is to be determined.
Yes,
but
we
it's
will.
most likely going to be at 7:30. And we're also going to have an interview right now. So if you stick around, we're going to interview, I believe, a player.
Stay tuned for the interview.
Could possibly be a coach.
I'm gonna film it. I already did one.
And we'll get back to you in a second.
Who is it?
Mute.
No, not me. I'm filming. You are.
Yeah, but mute.
That's on camera.
Yeah. All right, Jay Young. That was a pretty nice senior night you had there. Not really sure how many points you had, but you were pretty big there in the first half. How do you feel like your team did tonight?
I feel like everybody came to play. Even though our normal starters didn't start, I feel as though everybody chipped in a way to get this big win.
Yeah, that's part of the thing that's happening is your depth this year. It's really nice to see, and it could probably pose you for a good run in the playoffs. How do you guys feel like you're going to do heading into the playoffs?
I feel like heading into the playoffs, we're doing pretty good. We feel like we can win it all. No matter versus any team, as long as we stick together, that's all we can ask for at the end of the day.
And that Coolidge team that you guys are going to play on Wednesday, what do you think the most important thing is that you can do when you're going to play against them?
Us as a team?
Yeah.
Us as a team, I feel like the most important thing versus Coolidge is sticking together. And no matter what everybody says, no matter how bad we're playing, how good we're playing, just stick together as a team, and nobody can beat us.
All right. Anything else you want to tell this Wilson fan base? It's your last time.
Come out to the game next Wednesday.
All right. And
Support.
that's it. Thank you.
No problem.
Okay. And next up is Coach Hernandez. Hello, Coach Hernandez. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm with you.
Yeah.
How are you? I'm good. How about yourself?
I'm doing pretty well. How do you feel like your team is doing going into the playoffs?
You just never know, up and down. 22-3 right now, going into the last game of our season, which is next Wednesday. So we got some preparation time, 4 days to prepare for that for one of the better teams in the league, in Coolidge. And so, you know, we'll get back to the drawing board and fix some kinks that we got going on right now. But I think we're a well-oiled machine, trying to get some of the younger guys to play a little bit harder than they're playing, and that's part of coaching. So we'll see if they respond in the correct manner.
All right, and going into the playoffs, how confident are you in your team's ability to finish out close games? Because in the past we've seen some of these blowout games, and you know we're trying to know, can Wilson pull through when it really gets down to the nitty and gritty?
Right. I think we step up when we play against teams that are supposed to be better than us. I think that's a better game for us. Not saying that these games shouldn't be played or they're not good enough to play with us, but we step up to the level of our competition. It's been a little different in past years where we play down to the level of our competition, but sometimes that happens in basketball where I find myself sometimes standing and you can't scout. It's just you have to make adjustments on the fly, and I think that going into this last game, which will predict where our seeding is at, is important. And but going into the playoff, we have experience. A lot of people don't have that, and winning the last 3 championships in a row, and hopefully make history winning 4. But at the end of the day, I think these guys are ready for it. I think that they understand the game. I think they understand what I'm looking for, and hopefully we come out victorious.
All right, and lastly, how special was that senior night for you? I know it's tough to see those guys play their last home game here, but anything else you want to speak about that?
This is the weirdest senior night. I've never just had 2 seniors. I've usually had, when I first took over, I had 7, and then every year we've always had a multitude up to maybe 4. But I've never just had 2. That means that I have the whole team coming back almost. We have 13 guys, and 11 of them are returning, and we're 22-3. So that's a good thing sometimes. Sad night to see Phil and Jay go because they've helped the team tremendously, and hopefully they'll bring their leadership to the playoffs and in the last game of the season, and hopefully we come out victorious in this game.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching Wilson Live. Please subscribe.
Molly,
This
go
is
Wilson.
Gabriel Vani.
Veer Janny, and quote of the day is don't ever give up on your dreams. And Liza Lindblom.
Have a good night. Thank you.
Julia.
Julia Weinrod.